Today I'm going to be listening to Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition. I've been meaning to do this album for a while now, but I've also been kind of scared to do it because Danny Brown's vocals are one thing I've never really been able to get into. And I've only listened to 2 songs of his, I believe. I think I've heard Really Dough off of this album, and I've heard his feature on Buzzcut by Brockhampton. But with those few things that I've heard, I've never been able to get into his vocals. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to in this video, because I know a lot of people love this album. So yeah, I'm honestly kind of excited, kind of scared at the same time. I've been meaning to do this for a while, you guys. There's been, I think, one guy in the comment section that's been asking for this for like 5 months at this point, probably, maybe even longer. So we're finally doing it. Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. As always, the uncut reaction will be on Patreon. You can click the link in the description down below to go join that. I am going to have the lyrics up for this reaction too, because I know Danny Brown's a pretty good lyricist. So yeah, Downward Spiral is the first track.
I'm sweating like I'm in a rave. Been in this room for 3 days. Think I'm hearing voices. Paranoid.
There's that voice.
Seeing ghosts. Only time I use it when I tell a dealer drop it off. Had a threesome last night. Ain't matter what it comes.
This is not what I was expecting at all. Ooh, I like that line. Okay, I know people don't like when you pause, but I gotta pause right away because this first verse is really good, honestly. It seems like he's just kind of sitting in his house. It feels so dark and dingy, and he's just sitting in some dark room, maybe high, maybe drunk. That line, what was it? Your worst nightmare for me is a normal dream. That's a great line. Don't nod off with your cigarette burning. Like, yeah, it just seems like he's kind of just sitting there in some dark, dingy room, not doing so well. And I know mental health is kind of an addiction, and that is kind of like a theme in this album. So I'm gonna be interested to see that and how that evolves in this album. So far, the sound is great. I'm loving the sound. It's so straight.
You never know. One day you're here, the next you're gone. So I put it up in these songs.
Another great verse, totally.
And it's the downward spiral.
I like this hook too. This hook is.
Gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out.
Ooh, that unsettling note. Let's pause it before it goes into the next one. Really enjoyed that. I feel like it's a pretty straightforward song lyrically, kind of him just dealing with these addictions, and yeah, gotta figure it out, kind of hoping to get out of it somewhat. And obviously the title of the track, Downward Spiral. I feel like this is gonna be a very dark and depressing album. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that at 10 in the morning, but we gotta do what we gotta do. The sound was great. The production was amazing. I love that guitar at the end there. The beat in general felt like super clunky somewhat, but in like a good way, because it kind of felt like someone who's drunk and kind of just stumbling. The beat resembled that really well. And yeah, like I said, it just kind of put this image of some like dark, dingy room in my head, and it was, yeah, production was super good. Loved the sound of the track. I didn't really have too much of a problem with the vocals either, because I was just so interested in the lyrics and the sound of it. So we'll see. Maybe that's going to be the case for the rest of the album. We'll see. Tell Me What I Don't Know is next. Oh, I like this, bro.
Street smart, PhD, dropped out for a slanging degree. Not on me, keep the doubles off me, cause we was living in hell, couldn't afford property.
Is this him?
Little nigga getting fronted from OGs. OZ or Reggie bagged up in
Sounds
the
so
telly.
different.
In the school hallway on the burnout cellies. Tell me what I don't know. Last night homie got killed at the liquor store. Shot my nigga on the way to get a swisher. Breaking down the weed when the call got received. We were so ambitious. All we really wanted was New Jordan and some bitches. Flashing bankrolls in the club, taking pictures. Thinking we was grown men, really love niggas. Told I like Jerome Bettis. Nah, I eat it out. Hook hit the block, hit the stash, and they found some. Block us all up for a bag of some pistols. Now we in the county writing letters, I miss you. Tell me what I don't know. Hook Ray came through, kicking down the front door. Now we face the judge, got us sitting up in court, gave us all probation. Now we smoke Newports. The judge got us sitting
drums,
up in
man.
court, gave us all probation. Now we smoke Newports. Tell me what I don't know. Tell me what I don't know. Guilt at the liquor store, shot my nigga on the way.
Sounds so good again.
Breaking down the weed when the call got received. Tell me what I don't know. Hook Ray came through, kicking down the front door. Now we face the judge, got us sitting up in court, gave us all probation. Now we smoke Newports. Tell me what I don't know. Tell me what I don't know.
There's like some sort of whistle
Tell me what I don't know.
in the beat.
Tell me what I don't know.
Okay, lyrically, I didn't really follow along with that track that much because I was just enjoying the sound so much. The beat when those drums came in, super hectic drums. There's some sort of whistle in the left ear there. And his voice, he sounds like a completely different person. And maybe that's just his more natural voice. Definitely a more chill delivery. I could really see myself listening to that track a lot. Yeah, that was super, super good. Lyrically, I think it's mostly just talking about growing up in the streets, I guess, which I can't relate to any of this at all. That was so good. The sound of that was just fantastic, bro. This is really good. This is really, really good so far. I'm excited to see where this keeps going. I'm not sure if it's like a concept album. We'll see if there's a concept that comes through as this goes on. Yeah, it's definitely some heavy lyrical themes so far. Rolling Stone is next. Just a title I've heard. Well, because obviously Rolling Stone, the band, and you know the Rolling Stone. That's a sick bass.
You know I'm living like a rolling stone, but don't feel for me. You know I'm in my zone.
Who's Petite Noir?
So don't speak to me.
I like this. The sound of this again is fantastic. That bass.
Just release me.
But I like that money. No, I'm just making rich. Even if she fuck me, I still know life a bitch. Bought a nightmare.
Why is I don't know why my Genius is like censored. The last track it was censoring shit, and now it's like, what? I don't know, man. It's kind of annoying. I don't know why it's doing that. So far I'm really liking the sound. That hook was good. Petite Noir. Don't know who that really is. I mean, I searched him up. He's some rapper, but he sounded super good.
Happiness went upstream. Blame myself, had no control. Now I'm living with no soul. I'm on a road that never ends. Don't know opposite of sin. Some people say I think too much. I don't think they think enough. Ain't think straight, can't think so.
Okay, he's still struggling with his drinking, his drugs.
I'm living like a rolling stone. But
This
don't
hook is
feel
so
for me.
good.
You know I'm in my zone. So don't speak to me. Release me.
Feel like I'm not alive, but I know I'm not dead. Live alive, but can't hide. Deep inside the truth die. But hope can't get changed. Lost my brain, go in the same. Self-medicate is how I cope. Leave my body so overflow.
I'm really liking this guy. I gotta check out some of his stuff.
I'll go back to the beginning for sure.
3 tracks in, not a single miss. Petite Noir, once again, love that guy's voice. Kills it on that hook. And just overall, just a really like angsty track, I feel like. And the sound reflects that, the lyrics reflect that. Again, Danny here struggling with his addiction, struggling with depression, struggling with... I don't really know what the living like a Rolling Stone is referring to. I don't really like reading those. Okay. It's okay. I don't really understand the reference right now, but I can look into it later. Feeling trapped, no looking back. Yeah, so... There was one line in here that oh yeah, this one. Feeling like I'm alive, but I know I'm not dead. Oh, jeez, that just hit me. Whoa. That's even deeper than I thought it was when I first heard it, when I just read it out loud. That's just like, yeah, just being in a state of like such a deep depression that you don't even, like he says, you don't even feel like you're alive, but you are alive. Like, that line really hit me. Feeling like I'm not alive, but I know I'm not dead. Yeah, really angsty, really dark track again. But it's really good. The sound is really good. Love that bass line in there. Love the just overall the production was amazing. Really Dough is next, which is the only track I've heard on this album, but we'll listen to it anyways. This beat is so good. Holy. Little record scratch.
You niggas don't even know all that talk they know. So cannot tell me nothing, show me something I ain't seen before. The hoe on my pick a lot, smoking on that mistletoe. Make her kiss alone and while we touch up on the 24. Rolling up them vegetables, rapping with that special.
That drum beat is so crispy.
If you be strapped with C4, think I'm going back, I wish a motherfucker would.
They say I got the city on fire. I ain't booming, that's a goddamn lie. Whoa.
Again, the vocals
Really
just
though, like really though. Really though, like really though. They say I got the city on fire. I ain't booming, that's a goddamn lie. Whoa. Really though, like really though.
Hey.
Really though, like really though.
Still wicked as Alistair. Crowley niggas know me well. For heaven's sake, I'm the GOAT. You haters could go to hell. When you're getting money, nigga, every day is sunny. I'ma act an ass on that donkey, let her pull my ponytail. Paid by the Bloods, raised by the Crips. Solo holder prophecies, atrocities, exhibition. Oh yeah, now a nigga living good, but good could be better. I wish a motherfucker would.
like how it goes back to that
They
line
say I
again.
got the city on fire.
This hook.
I ain't booming, that's a goddamn lie.
Whoa.
Really though, like really though. Really though, like really though. Life is like an appetite of truth and dare. I double dare your life to end in vain before the end is near. See, I can hear you crying silent, sitting in the dark, holding crosses cross your heart. Sin is such a work of art. Watch out for the love lost. Bet 1,000, shoot 1,000. Things a nigga do for thousands. Made 1 million counting sheep. Gave it all to public housing. Taking off the Abu Dhabi. Beaming up the motor Scotty. Talking to promoter Scotty. Everybody knows Scotty. Murder one you heard of from the resident, the all day madness. Got it off the wipe it off the evidence, the blood on mattress.
Listen,
Earl.
wish a motherfucker would, Brown. I had to put my foot down. It's like I'm popping a clutch. Your hate palpable, your jaw full of dust. You gon' keep talking or we locking it up. And I'm the type of nigga it ain't never been an honor to judge. You a mouse that the Falcon picked up. So disrespect, getting checked like the top of the month. I was a liar as a kid, so now I'm honest as fuck. And I never passed my mama no blunt. Look, I just broke up with my bitch cause we ain't argue enough. I keep it dirty as a split, my uncle Alchemist puff. I strike a birdie on him while I hit your mouth with the club. Well, it's the left-handed shooter, Kyle Lowry the punk. I'm at your house like,
Lowry
why
shout
you
out?
got your couch on my chucks? Motherfucker, fucker.
Oh,
Fucker.
it's so good. It's so good. The beat. Oh my gosh. First, I gotta start with the beat. The beat is amazing. It's so like, again, it just feels so dirty and like grindy and like, I don't even know, man. I'm running out of words to explain this. Great posse cut in general. Again, lyrics. I don't want to look into them too much right now. I kind of just want to enjoy the sound, but there were some funny lines in there that I enjoyed. Kendrick's verse definitely seemed like it had a lot more to it than I was picking up on. Earl fits super good over that beat. I gotta listen to Earl more. That's what this is kind of telling me right now, is that I need to listen to some more Earl. Because every time I hear this dude on the mic, it's so good. He fits so good over this beat too. What was that one line in here? I don't remember, but there's some funny lines in here. And the Kyle Lowry shout out Kalo. Greatest rapper of all time. Yeah, great track. Again, just feels very angsty and very dark, which I'm loving. Loving the dark tone of this album. Lost is next.
I'm like cool brick with 2 bricks and hoes on the strap. Off a 2-piece, a 2-pick, a flick and a preach.
Like that sample.
I'ma get this money out here up in the streets. And the caddy rhyme nicely on between in the sheets. Plus her pussy juicy, Jurgen Shalimar curl back. When she drawing me up afro, the blood then back. Jiggled and giggled, her booty couldn't do nothing but laugh. Credit card separating right lines on the mic. Wrote $100 bill, now my sight is so clear. Side with my robot ties.
Yeah, still with the kind of themes of addiction here. Maybe a porn addiction too now. White lines, obviously some cocaine here. Balcony drunk, stumbling inside, staggering inside. I like the way they use this sample too. This whole album is just so angsty, it's crazy.
So fuck waiting around, nigga, I'm about to get. Dog dog, I'm trying to eat, so I'm staying in the kitchen. Hunched over the stove, got a water whip. Lost on the sauce, where the nigga ain't flipping. Cutting up the hog like the yard ain't this.
And here, lost in the sauce, so I guess, like, I'm gonna click the annotation. Okay. Smoke coming out of the cocaine he's processing fills the place, but he keeps on working regardless of feeling dizzy. Okay, yeah, I can see that. So again, with the addiction themes, but he's kind of trying to work through it and still be somewhat productive.
But still smart enough to hit this bitch with a rock. And with your wrinkle pussy, hoe, I can't be your luck. But I still get the head if you swallow with bones. I'm a landwood nigga, I done travel the world. Packing up them bags, but a nigga ain't tripping. Lost in the sauce, but a nigga still dipping. Lost on the sauce, but a nigga ain't flipping. Cutting up the hog like the yard ain't flipping.
Well, okay. Great track. Again, this is what, five hearts in a row. I don't think I've ever done that on an album. 5 for 5 so far. Not a single bad track. All of these are fantastic. I really loved how simple that beat was. Like, it was really just a sample, some weird kind of like unsettling synth in there, and then some drums. And then there was some like trumpets every once in a while, or some sort of horn or something. So it was a really simple beat, but it really gave Danny's vocals a lot of room to breathe, and it gave them a lot of space, and it kind of created this feeling again that he was in some sort of void, some sort of dark void. And yeah, just a very unsettling, dark sound again to this track, and it's reflected in the lyrics once again. There was some funny, oh yeah, but still smart enough to hit this bitch with a rubber, and with your, yeah, this part was kind of funny in here, but for the most part, still pretty dark here, and still pretty, but kind of like a kind of not an uplifting tone to it, but kind of just like a perseverance tone, I guess you could call it, because he is having all these struggles and these issues, and he's still talking about how he needs to get stuff done and work through it, and lost in the sauce, but a person still stirring. So that kind of just, I feel like, sums up the entire track. Loving this, really loving this, loving the sound. Not too turned off by the vocals at all. They're kind of growing on me, honestly. So let's keep going. Ain't It Funny is next. Just a wall of sound. Holy, I'm liking this. Oh. Oh my God. Prince bitch, 6 cents with a no strip. My sky dice, living bumps in the cockpit. Locksmith, a hip hop, appraisal that wristwatch. The rocks about the size of the team of Chris Rock smoke. Psych out the mic, prototype for Adderall. Your work killing fiends cause you cut it with fentanyl. I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I was not ready for this. The horns, the sound of this. Hold up. This drop.
Vertical tour, parkour with the metaphors. The flow house, the horror, then photo with metal doors. Prince bitch, 6 cents with a no strip. My sky dice, living bumps in the cockpit. But over if you cut it with the bullshit.
This flow too.
Carbons, but it just blend in. Slamming pictures, feeling like my chest being sunk in. Live a fast life, same many die slow. I'm happy when they left, so I try to seize the moment. Funny how it happened, whoever.
This is already getting the heart. This is amazing. I like that vocal mixing. That heavy bass. This beat feels like when the drugs finally kick in. Like, you know? It's so trippy. Oh. Those horns. Slow down, cause you feel yourself crash. Staring in a double face, but you can't stop laugh. Staring in a double face, but you can't stop laugh. It's Hank with the drug use, out of alcohol abuse, even if I wanted to. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'ma wash away my problems with this bottle of Henny. It's like they got the best of me, so I'm popping them Z's. Might need rehab, but to me that shit pussy. Pray for me, y'all, cause I know what coming to. By the 8 ball of coke, and my nigga on the way. Got 3 hoes with him in the yard trying to play. Ain't it funny how it happened? Ever would imagine. Jokes on you, but say no one laughing. Funny how it happens. Ain't Holy. That was the best track so far. I don't know if that was a sample, but that beat was insane. The horns, like I said, this song feels like the drugs finally kicking in, and it just feels like somebody just tripping like so hard. Like, imagine being I don't smoke weed or anything, but I can imagine someone being stoned listening to this track would be the most insane experience ever. Because me being sober, I felt like I was hallucinating. I felt like I was the one doing the drugs. Like, oh my gosh, the production and just his flow, I don't even have the words to describe that track. It was so good. And there was, this verse, wait, what verse was it? Yeah, this last verse just brought the whole track together so well, and just can't quit the drug use or the alcohol abuse, even if I wanted to. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wash away all my problems with this bottle of Henny. Anxiety got the best of me, so I'm popping them Xannies. Just like not caring at all. He's just like, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep doing this. And this definitely feels like him at maybe the bottom in terms of this addiction and his mental health, because that track was so dark. It's so twisted. That's going to be listened to a lot of times in the future by me, for sure. Gold Dust is next. Crazy drum beat.
Bustin' up a flake looking like gold dust. Nigga get a whip for that sun cut. Bloody Mary's at brunch. From last night still drunk. Cause the Adderall, nigga, that was my lunch. And I got a hunch.
We're completely just entering this absolute hellscape of Danny Brown's mind. Kind of like a very punk energy to this one. Loving that riff. There we go. That's what I was talking about. Oh, this makes me want to. Ooh, yeah. I like this. Every track is just... What are we, 7 tracks in? I've liked every single track. Literally, every single track has gotten a heart. This is insane. Like I said, it felt like entering the hellscape that is Danny Brown's mind right now. And he even mentioned that at one point here. A mind so horrific, images that I hide, take a look inside, scare you for life. This is what this track feels like. The past 2 tracks, actually, feel like just entering his mind when he's just at the worst place mentally possible. The sound, this punk kind of energy to it, the drums, oh my god. I'm running out of words. This third verse is talking about jerking off and hooking up with his porn, like just crazy stuff. Will It Last too? I really like this, kind of questioning what he's doing, I think. A moment of questioning, maybe. A moment of sanity in this insane mental state that he's in right now. Maybe it's, I don't know. That's what I kind of got from it. Yeah, overall, just a very, very chaotic track. Once again, this album is perfect so far. Literally perfect. White Lines is next.
Smoke so much I faint. Drink so much I think I make you walk the plank. Bitching on my rank.
Sorry, who is producing these, bro? The production is so good. Where they find like these instruments and these sounds and just the melodies and the stuff they're coming up with is so twisted. Oh my. Listen to that. Oh, how he's syncing up and going in unison with that synth, maybe. Not too sure what that is, but another great beat.
Taking out the snow. No way, no, no, no way, no way, no way, no, no. You wanna have some fun? I ain't never met a hoe I can make come. Put my tongue on that, get that, spit that, hit that. And all this big singing, oh my God. Lights are lights of coke.
Oh. Cool panning. Holy bro. 8 for 8. 8 tracks, 8 likes. I gotta be honest, I was not expecting it to be this good. I'm honestly kind of just really blown away. And I'm actually loving the vocals now. I feel like it fits this character. Maybe it's not even a character. Maybe this is really him. But if it is a character, if it's really him, it fits what he's talking about so well. It just feels like it's the same thing as Death Grips, really. Like if Ride was just spitting those lyrics in a really just monotone, boring way, it wouldn't hit the same at all. Yeah, the vocal delivery just kind of gives this vibe of this insane, strung out just guy that's just, I don't even know, man. It's crazy. I love the sound of that track. Again, there were some funny lines in here, but at the same time it's so sad and so depressing because you got these lines, I hope it ain't about my time to go. Like it just feels like he's trapped inside this body that just craves these things that could ultimately end up killing him. You can tell he doesn't want to be doing it, but it's like, I mean, that's the case with most addictions. He just can't stop, and it's honestly really sad. Like I know I'm laughing at some of the lines here and there, but there's a really just sad undertone to a lot of this album. Next up is Pneumonia. Okay, let's go.
Made 30 bands in 30 minutes. Before I count it, I done damn near spent it.
Sounds like a southern feeling to it.
Nigga call it pneumonia. I'm on ya. Made 30 bands in 30 minutes. Before I count it, I done damn near spent it. Oh, nigga came in this bitch with a new gun. Clap blocked in like a fucking moron. If that shit hits ya close range, it counts, huh? Part of stains on my ball, man. Slip that pussy up just like low man.
Very weird drum beat. Oh.
Made 30 bands in 30 minutes.
That kick?
Before I count it, I done damn near spent it.
30 bands in 30 minutes.
Before I count it, I done damn near spent it. Lick the click and she did the macarena. Crib in the forest there in my yard. 07,
I didn't even realize when he just licked the clit and she did the Macarena, bro. Like there's so many just funny lines in here, but again, it's so depressing at the same time.
Jigged up, perfect deal. Just like Mike and Night. Head send it straight to the moon. When I'm at tonight, yeah, bro, so we eyeballing. Her titties out just like New Orleans.
Drums are crazy. Okay, before it transitions, I will say that's my least favorite track so far. It was still really, really good. Definitely my least favorite, though. It kind of had like a southern/trap style to it, especially in that hook with that kick that came in, especially his delivery on the hook. But again, talking about some of the same stuff here. Some very funny lines in this one. But it's so hard to just laugh and just because it's just like, I don't know. It has a really dark undertone to it. And yeah, I don't think I really have much else to say about that track. Like I said, probably my least favorite, but still very good. I just don't think it hit me as hard as the first 8 tracks? Yeah, first 8 tracks. When that hook came in at first, I was kind of hesitant to like it because it did have that southern, and it felt like a more modern type of rap song. But I did kind of grow to like it a little bit more as the track went on. So yeah, pretty solid. Again, my least favorite, but I mean, not everything can be at Ain't It Funny level. Dance in the Water is next. This is sample? Probably.
Can you work it? Can you work it? Break it out and just drop it. Wow. You deserve it. You deserve it. Get it out and let it all down. Shake it. Don't break it. Bend over and touch your toes. And I get wet.
Well.
Not get wet. Dance in the water. And I get wet. Not get wet. Not get wet. Dance in the water. And I get wet.
It's an interesting hook.
Not get wet. Dance in the water. And I get wet. Not get wet. Not get wet. Don't take that. Like P. Diddy.
That like cowbell in there, is that the right instrument? This track is strange, I feel like. I mean, it's a track. Genius says it's a track about twerking and him giving twerking instructions, I guess, that's what it looks like. It does feel a little bit more upbeat than the rest of the album, but it still has this kind of unsettling feeling to it. I really like this hook's really good. Okay, I think that would actually take the cake as my least favorite. I know it's Genius says this is the closest thing to a banger. It didn't really feel like a banger. I mean, I don't know. Lyrically it's not as strong as the other tracks. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's meant to be this like ridiculous kind of stereotypical rap song, I guess, with just really basic lyrics. I mean, the hook I feel like isn't basic. Dance in the water and not get wet. Do these things while avoiding consequences, trying to avoid consequences. That's what Genius said, at least, which I guess makes sense, but then it doesn't really make sense with the rest of the track. But I don't know. That's my least favorite. I thought the one before was going to be my least favorite, but that probably takes the cake. The sound was good. The sound was good again. I like the production. I like I said, that cowbell in there. I like the sample in there. If that was it definitely sounded like a sample. The production throughout has been really good. Just lyrically, I didn't really enjoy that one that much. From the Ground is next. Oh, very, very unsettling.
8 bars with a safety pin. I deserve the finer things. Told myself back then when I used to ride a Schwinn. Now I'm on a tour bus going places I ain't never been. Wrote my rhymes down on a paper bag. That was way back.
Oh, this is him. See, he can just... I guess this is his normal voice is so different. It must be so like hard to rap in that distinct Danny Brown style for a whole album. I mean, I guess he hasn't done it for the whole album, but because that's not his normal voice. Like, this is his normal voice, I feel like. It must be so... Because that voice does sound tiring when he does that higher pitch kind of whiny voice. It's crazy how he can switch it. Like, he sounds like a completely different person. Oh. Kind of has like an R&B feel to it. That reverse drum beat right here.
No cheat sheet, get it out the mirror, get it how you live while I'm out here in the field. My nigga wake up, wipe the cold out your eyes. It's a cold world, but even hotter when you die, so no trials to do. What about you? Work hard for where I'm at, do the same thing too. Storm, but I made it out the rain.
So I think when Danny goes into this more chill voice here, I think he's kind of accessing a different, or maybe it's just him in a different mental state, because when he's in that whiny voice, it definitely seems like it's this character of this insane, drugged out person that's just doing the most insane stuff. And then this track, and I think there was an instant, like a verse earlier, where he went into his kind of this more chill delivery here, and it definitely seems like a more like reflective version of him. It's kind of like Victor Vaughn, I believe, in Mad Villainy, when MF Doom changed to that kind of alter ego, or that different persona. He kind of went into a more introspective, more emotional kind of tone, and maybe that's kind of what we got going on here, because lyrically it does seem a lot more reflective. Interesting how he kind of mirrors the change in voice with the change in lyrical content. Wow, great sound of that one. Really like that. Again, a very chill track instrumentally and lyrically and vocally compared to pretty much everything else. But Kalila liked her vocals. I gotta dig into the lyrics more because I was kind of just enjoying the sound and that kind of stuff, so I wasn't really looking at them anyway, or depth, really. Definitely a different vibe. When It Rain is next. Jeez, man.
With it back, go dangerous, on that cat, go tracks man, hit it from the back, DJ up, bitch like me bang, bruise every gate, we run that train, put that thing in her combos, only way you hang.
We're back to the angsty insanity. Oh my gosh. This beat feels like there's like a ticking time bomb. I feel like something's about to happen.
Here we go, now here we go. Ain't no water, how far we gon' grow. Ain't no change, then how we gon' change. No umbrella, we stuck in the rain. Dark clouds hanging all over our head. No sunshine and them shots be lit. Lighting up squares and them dots be red. Make your best friend get shot in the head. Drake, oh, you ain't know that. When it rain, when it pour, get your ass on the floor now. Oh, you ain't know that. Better luck when you hear them gunshots go off. Exodus, I might forget. Big when it's time for your West we do. You ain't heard it like this before. They don't do it like this no more. They get on
that kick. Ooh, that bass, like,
Oh, you ain't know that. When it rain, when it pour, get your ass on the floor now.
Oh, you ain't know that. Ooh. There's that cowbell again. So much variety in the instruments being used. Really, really enjoying the instrumentals. When that kick came in and that pre-hook just brought the energy to a whole new level. Again, a very dark track talking about stuff that I'll never be able to like understand as just a little white privileged person. I mean, this whole track, this whole first verse here is just insane. Like crazy. The sound amazing again. Yeah, there's only been a couple tracks on here that I wouldn't say I haven't enjoyed, but just haven't been as mind-blowing. And Dance on the Water is definitely the standout, like, not on the same level track. When It Rain, fantastic. Today Is Next. Let's go.
Watch who you ram. Gotta watch they mouth. When them guns come out and them shots rain down.
Again, a very spacey feel to this one. This one's kind of reminding me of a JPEG Mafia song off Veteran. I can't remember what it was called, but it was one that sounded like it was recorded in some sort of like cave or something. This kind of is giving the same vibe.
But this is the life that we all succumb to. Make a nigga wanna go and cut his phone off. Cop kill a nigga every day like protocol. Watch the TV, turn on the news. Make a nigga feel like he listen to blues. And keep that chill, cause you don't wanna end up having a
It's terrifying. Such a creepy hook.
Watch where you go. Watch where you at. Cause goons on attack, then that's a fact. You don't wanna like that. Nigga fit body like every day. Nigga masked up like masquerade. Bruce or brigade, nigga take this fade. Or get marked out like crossword game.
Wow. Another great track. That hook with those like vocals of today was so unsettling, which I loved. Lyrically, I don't really know what the track is about, really. I feel like it's just more of the same, more of these same themes that have been kind of present throughout the entire album. But yeah, another great track. Love the sound of it. Again, the production is, I was not expecting the production to be this good. This is what is really like sticking out to me on this first listen, is the production. Like just the instrumental variety and just the way they create this just insanely unsettling and anxious and dark feeling is crazy. Get High is next with Be Real. Let's go.
Something kinda blue, the kinda dope you swear can make dreams come true. Sticky icky nugs, real furry butts. This my party pack. Now I'ma bite your bitch, go Tommy Dorsey on my trombone. I hit the greenery, Jones go Gillespie. Half a nigga shaking like he got epilepsy. I hit it twice, then I pass it to the right.
Just roll up and take the pain away and get high.
I mean, this feels like it's just supposed to be a weed track, I guess, about taking the stress away. But it definitely, again, it still has that kind of darker undertone to it. It almost feels like it's maybe kind of mocking that idea, but maybe it's a genuine, like, him just wanting to smoke some weed and just have everything, all his problems go away. But I don't know. We'll see as it goes on here. Well, and they're spelling high as H-I too, which I feel like that's for a reason. Because, I mean, usually you'd spell it the normal way you spell high. Well, I guess there's two ways to spell high, but usually you'd spell it H-I-G-H, obviously. I don't know what the meaning of that is, but there's definitely a reason they're spelling it like that. And the title is spelled that way too, so.
Fucking copper eight, take the load off. Baby mama tripping.
You know what? It almost feels like a different part of his brain telling him to do this. Like, this feels like he's rapping from a different perspective within himself, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm missing something with this track, but maybe it's just a chill track about just getting high. I don't know.
Every morning I wake up, first thing I roll up before I get my day started. First I gotta wake up and get high.
Okay. I think now that we're close to the end of the track, I feel like it is more like just a genuine, like, wanting to just get high. Like, I don't feel like it's in a mocking tone, or I feel like I don't know. It feels kind of genuine, which is okay, because with everything that's happened in this album, all the insane stuff we've covered, I feel like this track is kind of appropriate. You can't just be living in this constant state of just insanity the entire time. So I don't know. I feel like this track, I was kind of not liking it for a little bit because it felt a little bit out of place within the context of the album. But now that we're nearing the end, maybe we're gonna reach some sort of point of sanity. Yeah, so I kind of do like the message of this track. Get high. I'm trying to just... This track is really interesting. Ooh, liking this. I'm gonna let it go into the last track.
Holy Spirit, when I look, I cannot see reflection in the mirror. I broke it with the Judas and I think I see it clearer. These niggas want what mine, but I be damn if I'ma give up. The polycup.
See, this is why I hate Genius, because I liked my interpretation, because this now is kind of what I was thinking, is upbeat song, but it actually contributes to his downward spiral, which what I was thinking. But then as the track went on, I thought it was just a more like genuine, actually uplifting track. But then I read that, and then I don't know, I just got to stop reading the annotations. I kind of want the track to just hit me, and then I just think what I think without... Right, my camera died again. I gotta still have to get a new battery. I keep forgetting to do that, but we'll just finish it out with the OBS cam here. As I was saying, I gotta stop reading Genius, because I just want my thoughts to be my thoughts and not have them be influenced by this. I really wish I didn't scroll down and see this, because I don't know. It just kind of ruins the pure, like, listening experience, I feel like. Oh, menacing distorted bass there.
Have a bitch like Iggy, think she's sicker than me, and that's so fucked up. That's just how this shit be. I'ma give 'em hell.
Okay, there you go. Danny Brown's Atrocity Exhibition. Last track wasn't my favorite, I feel like. And I think it more just came down to the sound. I wasn't a huge fan of that piano for some reason. It definitely feels like a more, again, introspective Danny Brown on this track. Kind of telling his story too. It feels like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of lost at this ending. I do like that it does seem like some sort of clarity at the end of the album, because it was such an insane and twisted, like, hellscape, I guess you could say. But this hook, I'm really just trying to figure out this hook. Give him hell for it until it's heaven on earth. Give him hell for it for whatever it's worth. Give him hell for it unless death comes first. So, give who? I don't know who he's... I'm going to click the annotation. Okay. I mean, I feel like I could have figured that out, but that kind of just does lay it out right there. It's a glimpse of the fierce side of Danny Brown. He is putting everything he has into his music. He's determined to show its abilities, especially to anyone doubting him. He'll go further as an artist at any cost. The only thing that can stop him is death. Which that's kind of cool actually, because with all the stuff he's been doing this album, it feels like he's been close to death for a lot of this album. So it feels like he's kind of made it out of this. I mean, obviously, if you struggle with these things, it's never like gonna be completely fine, but like I said, it does feel like some sort of sanity at the end of this album, and somewhat of an uplifting ending. The sound didn't feel uplifting at all. Lyrically, I think it's a little bit more hopeful than the rest of the album. I mean, there's some what was that one line that I really liked? I just want to make music, and he doesn't want to be a celebrity. I don't know. I always respect an artist when you can tell that they do it because they just love making music and they don't really care about being a celebrity. So I really liked that. So yeah, I mean, as I'm looking at the lyrics more, I think I'm appreciating the last track a little bit more. For some reason, it was just that piano. I gotta go back and listen to this track, and maybe the piano will grow on me, but I don't know. Overall, very, very good album. I mean, the first 8 tracks were all insane. Probably 9, because Pneumonia was actually pretty solid. Dance in the Water is still probably my least favorite, but then there was a bunch of solid tracks after that. So overall, insanely good album. Completely twisted, angsty, demented, drugged out, just insane album. And the instrumentals, his vocal delivery, the lyrics all just come together to create this insane trip, I feel like. So yeah. Overall, really good album. Let me know your guys. I don't know why I'm still wearing headphones. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this album down below. Do you love it? Do you hate it? I believe the next album I'll be doing, I mean, I have my albums lined up for April. I'm going to be doing Joy Division, I think. As well as, actually, I'll just release those in a community post later of the albums I'll be doing. I'm also trying to kind of do these weekly now. Every Friday is what I'm gonna be trying to do. So usually it's gonna be 4 albums a month, sometimes 5. I might end up doing 5 next month because there was that new Rex Orange County album that I want to listen to as well. So get hyped for April, because there's gonna be some great albums. You'll see it in a community post of the albums that I'll be doing. And if you like this video, as always, leave a like, subscribe if you want. And yeah, Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. This was insane. Bye.